Welcome everyone. I'm thrilled to be here today to talk about how inspections can be made effortless through our platform. For those who may not know me, I'm Mignon, but feel free to call me Min. I'm the account manager here at Managed. I have been in real estate for over 30 years and I've used many platforms, including Managed in the real world. Today we're focusing on making inspections seamless and efficient, which not only simplifies your work, but also enhances the property management experience for everyone involved. So let's move on to understanding the significance of inspections and how they contribute to maintaining property standards and building trust. The importance of property inspections. Let's explore the significance of the inspections. So the key benefits. Maintaining property standard, inspections play a vital role in upholding property standards. Consider it a proactive strategy for addressing issues before they escalate into larger problems. Fostering trust. Ingoing, outgoing, and routine inspections are essential components of the property management journey. They help establish trust between owners and tenants. When everyone is aware that regular inspections take place, it builds confidence that the property is being well maintained and cared for. Ensuring compliance, keeping accurate records is essential for compliance. This practice protects all parties involved and ensures everyone is properly documented. In summary, why do we conduct inspections? It's all about upholding standards, building trust, and ensuring compliance. As we dive into the mechanics of the tenant's lease tab, let's focus on how it dictates the frequency of routine inspections. This is a crucial aspect when managing properties. Routine inspections are automatically added. The frequency of the inspection is determined at the very start. Right from the lease information, when the lease information gets entered into Managed, you'll need to add a task if you're doing an ingoing or an outgoing though. You can see on this page here, the frequency is set in the lease tab. So if this is blank, that means that Managed is not aware that you want to conduct inspections. And if you've done one and it's in the past and the date's in the past, that means that that inspection hasn't been completed and the task is still in either draft or scheduled mode. The task will need to be closed for this date to be updated. So let's take a moment to reflect on the inspection routines. Ask yourself, have you missed any inspections lately? It's crucial to keep track of these as they ensure that you're maintaining a high standard that you aim for. Think back, when was the last time inspection was carried out on all of your properties? If it's been a while, it might be time to catch up. So you can create this report. So you can see here under your reports, you would go into here and you would filter by lease, by the agency, and then you can export this to a CSV file. So this will then give you a report detailing a lot of information on each lease. So part of that information is your inspection date here. So as you can see, there's some gaps. These gaps would generally mean that there's no date in the lease tab for this property. So when the lease was created, that step might have been skipped, or the task has been removed. But if there's no date here, that means that there's no frequency. And if the date is in the past, that means that the previous task has not been closed or completed. So you need to go through and ensure that all of the inspections are completed. If they remain open, the next inspection will not be scheduled as per the frequency in the lease tab. Where are upcoming inspections coming from? So they should all be coming from your action centre. So you should be able to go into your action centre and you can filter by type. And then in here, you can see what stage that they're in. Okay, you might notice that this is a new action centre as well. So we're about ready to turn this on for you. So this is a bit of a sneak peek. So do you understand the different statuses? So draft mode, this is the date that it's created. Okay, so it's automatically created from the lease tab. If it's in draft mode, that means that you can see it, nobody else can. When this task is updated to scheduled, that's when the task followers are notified. When it's automatically changed when you change it from draft to scheduled, the notifications are automatically sent out to the tenant to advise them of the inspection time and date. One of my top tips is if you're going to open anything like one of these tasks, always right mouse click over the address and open it in a new tab, so then you don't have to keep going backwards and forwards. That's one of my top tips. You can also, in the new tab, in the new action centre, you'll be able to open up the tab here. You can also snooze it from here and archive it from here. So ensuring safety and clarity in property management. I think manager awareness is your location known to all of your staff in the office. So I recommend setting up a clear action centre to facilitate effective communication and clarity. So scheduling inspections, property managers must ensure that the scheduled inspection dates align with their availability to visit the property. I took the initiative to plan according to the best route rather than letting the tenants dictate to me when they want their inspections done. I suggest also to include the date and the time in the inspection, so then it's a lot clearer and transparent in your action centre and also in the communication to your tenants and your owners. This method also creates a concise list of inspections and acts as a safety guide for your team. Personal experience, I've had my own experience of being locked in a backyard, which made me consider climbing a fence. So luckily I had this practice in place where my assistant knew exactly where I was at all point in time. So when he rang me and he couldn't get hold of me because my phone was on the inside of the house and I was locked in the backyard, he then came looking for me. So I knew that practice worked. So without having these dates and times in there, that would have been harder for him to locate where I was. So creating the inspection. So organising it and getting this inspection created. So if the date is accurate in the task, you can then create the inspection and confirm. So tenants and owners are kept informed. So if you'd like your owner to attend, you'd make sure that the owner is a follower of the task. And of course, the tenant would need to be a follower as well, so they get advised of the task coming up. So when you first create the inspection, the notation will go out to your owner and or your task followers, creating and updating this information in that task and advising them that the task has been created. When you move the task from draft to scheduled, this action will send a task to the followers' portals, and they'll also get their automated notice that the inspection has been created. So the tenant, you can see here the tenant notice, this goes out automatically to your tenant, so you don't need to do anything. And it will change the draft to scheduled, and the notification will go out to your tenant, advising them of the date and time. If you're in Queensland, you have got your entry notice that you will need to complete and send out also. That's all within the task though. So if there's any reminders, what's your preference, email or SMS? So there is availability if you need to do a follow-up or you want to just confirm that the tenant is aware of the inspection. I would always just pop in a reminder email. And if you've got the SMS function turned on, it's a really good tool to just flick them a reminder SMS as well. So, are they going to be at the property? Do you need to take your office set of keys? Will you be meeting the owner there? So it's a really good way of just confirming those details. And then if you need to, you can show the tenant the communication within the task of when it was sent and who it was sent by, and it's all very visible. So let's get ready for your inspection. So you can go into your action centre. You should be able to see all of your tasks in there, the time and the date within there, and you can see what's been scheduled. So if you want to, you can copy and paste this into your diary, but this should be used as your diary. So clicking on the inspection, you'll then go in and create the condition report. So you'll come into the inspection, you'll go down to the bottom of the task and you'll click on condition. So this will then create the inspection for you. So if you're using Managed Inspect, you can go straight into the inspection tab and create the inspection, or you can do it from the task. That'll create the inspection for you. If you are doing an ingoing or an outgoing, you'll need to create the task for that. The inspection will be created and all the information will be pulled from your lease tab again. So, the property tab. So it will input, how many bedrooms there are, etc., from the information that you put in. So with the inspections, you can use the traditional way as per the knowledge base where you go in and use the full inspection. So that will give you all of your rooms and a lot of information, but that can be a bit of overwhelming in my mind. So I've set up my own method of routines and I'm happy to share that with you. So I've just called it Min's Way. So I go in and I actually create a new area called routine. So I just use that one area for my routine inspections. So in that area, I then set up my items. So I have an item for each space, whether it's front yard, then you've got your main bedroom, your ensuite, bedroom 1, 2 and 3, lounge, dining, kitchen, laundry, backyard, garage. You can add whatever rooms and items of areas that you need and then save that. So then when I do the inspection, I just go through and you can tick whether there's a potential bond claim, if there's anything that needs work. You can put any notes in there. And then the last one I do is a photo area. So then I can dump all of my photos into that one area a lot easier. I always take the front photo of the property first. Then I go through and do a couple of photos of each room. And then I put them all into the photo area at the bottom of the report. The last photo I take is either a blank photo, just something generic that I know that from the start to the end of that property, the first photo is the front of the property and the last photo is whether it's a water meter reading, whether it's the backyard or the letterbox, for instance, or if it's a unit. The front door is the first photo, and then you go through and until that next front door is the next photo, that all of those photos are for that one property. So then I can just block them all and dump them straight into that photo area. Okay, so once you've completed the inspection, you'll sign your report. And you want to make sure that the owner is getting a copy of the report. So you would make sure that the owner is now a follower of that task. Then the task will be changed from scheduled to completed. Once that has been changed from scheduled to completed, that will then trigger the report to be emailed to the owner. The owner will then get an email, and within that email, there'll be a PDF report, or they can go to the inspection direct from this link and they can see that report in there. So whether you use my way or the full report way, the method is the same. You need to complete the report, sign it, and then complete the task for that information to go out. So once that's completed, you just need to make sure that it's completed here, and then you'll be able to go into your action centre or the property and see the next inspection has been updated as per the frequency of your lease tab. Also, just confirming the action date versus the due date. Some people get a little bit confused with this. So the action date is what you've got set up. So the action date is a reminder to you. It's always, for inspections, it's always a week prior. So if this gives you the 7 days notice to change, so when you change this inspection from draft to scheduled, it will then send the notice to the tenant 7 days prior to that inspection. The due date is the date of the inspection. So you want to make sure that the due date is always the date of the inspection, and the action date is the reminder of when you need to see that task. So the action date, it will come up in your action centre as a draft. You'll go, okay, I'm doing that inspection next week. Now I'm going to change it from draft to scheduled, and that will send out that notice. So that clears up the due date and action date. If you use an Inspection Express, you will still need to create a task for your ingoing inspection, and the routines will automatically be pushed through to Inspection Express from the task in Managed. So if there's no scheduled task in Managed, the information will not go through to Inspection Express. So you need to make sure that you change the task from draft mode to scheduled. That will send the notice out to your tenant of the upcoming inspection, and it will push through that task and the inspection, updating the Inspection Express that inspection is coming up. So at any point in time, you should see at least up to 14 days prior to any inspection that's done. So within Managed, the inspections will be showing up in the Inspection tab under the task. So you should clearly see in there the integration. So you should be able to see the Inspection Express logo, and you can view the report from this link here. So you can click on that link and that will take you through to Inspection Express. And once you've completed the inspection, you'll be able to see the inspection down here as well. So once you've completed the inspection at the property using Inspection Express, you can view the PDF report if you want to, or you can simply go send report via a tracked email to your owner, and that will send out the email to the owner. You can see here the template of how it looks and the inspection. If you haven't got the integration set up, please contact support and we can set up that integration for you, ensure it's turned on our end, and we'll follow up with Inspection Express to make sure it's turned on their end as well. So just pop into the bubble, create a ticket, and support will ensure that the integration is turned on for you. So let's do a quick recap. The lease tab is crucial. It must be accurate. This ensures all parties have the correct information. Tasks need to be updated. This keeps the workflow smooth and transparent. Remember, notifications are automatically sent to tenants when the task is moved from draft to scheduled, and from scheduled to completed. The reports are emailed out to the task followers as well. Your Action Centre is your go-to daily diary. It's designed to streamline your workflow, so you shouldn't need any other method of tracking your inspections. So by ensuring these elements are in place, your inspection process should be efficient and stressful. stress less. Sorry, stress less. So what's coming up? We're excited to let you know that Inspection Express we've got that integration set up. So we want to ensure that as all of the clients that are using Inspection Express have got their integration set up. We're also talking to other platforms like Inspection Manager. We've got a new action centre coming out. So I've already recorded a action centre YouTube video that's on our YouTube channel. So go to our managed YouTube channel to view that, and that'll show you the new action centre. REI Forms is getting very close. So we're about ready to turn that on. So there'll be a forms button within Manage that you will be able to use to input all of your forms. And also the paperless office through Inspection Express is about ready to be turned on as well. So that's very exciting for everyone. The next session is on Thursday, the 16th of October at 1 p.m. This will be Mastering Maintenance in Managed. So this will be ensuring that you're using managed maintenance efficiently. So assisting to get your tenants to send their work orders through managed, pushing back on the tenants and working out how to do that. Also getting your owners engaged to approve the maintenance through managed as well. Getting your tradies on board, quoting, accepting jobs and uploading their invoices through managed. So from start to finish, we want to make sure that everyone is on the same page using maintenance through managed. If there's any other topics you'd like me to do in these sessions, please reach out. Action Centre, we've got that one done. I've got change of ownership in there. I've got bond claims, how to build your own custom tasks and workflows, bill management. So I've got these on my list. So if there's anything else that you'd like to see, please send me a quick email or give me a buzz, min@managedapp.com.au. And again, please subscribe to our YouTube channel to catch up on all of any missed webinars that we're doing, and I upload all of my recorded sessions on there as well. Thank you for your time today. I trust this session's been valuable for you. And if you've got any questions, please reach out. I'm happy to assist as much as possible. And if you need a one-on-one session, again, please reach out. Thanks for your time. Bye, guys.